Hey Aquarius, how are you, my beautiful seeker? Welcome back to my channel. This will be your reading for July. We are in the quarterfinals. Thanks to you guys. Thank you. Speechless. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new to my channel, if you were just asleep for the past 2 months, it's okay. I would want to sleep in the past 2 months. Wait until more towards the end of the reading, where I'll tell you all about us being on the cover of a global magazine. What do we have to say to Aquarius for this coming month, please? Oh, building, building, building. 3 of Pentacles. What are you crafting, Aqua? Of course you're crafting something, and you're probably not telling anybody anything about it. Only tell the right people. Only work with those who are absolutely relevant. Keep it a secret until it's real. I'm so down for that. I get it. It's priceless. You're working on something priceless. Something to last forever. Like these statues. Built hundreds of years ago, and yet they still stand. My Jupiter is in Aquarius, so I understand the need of leaving a legacy, something meaningful, an imprint on the world. That's my purpose in life, and you get it. You naturally get it, Aqua. By nature, by default, by the Aquarian nature isn't to think that something physical lasts. For you, it's more ideas and idealism and thoughts and philosophy. Those are the things that are eternal, right? But something about you is triggered by your Cappy energy. If you're a Aquarius rising, for example, you have Capricorn in your subconscious. You do want to give it room in the physical world. The Tower. Or maybe you want to collapse the physical world. You're like, this shit is not working. I'm feeling locked up. I'm feeling limited. I want to build something real. You're looking around and you're like, what are you fighting over, arguing over, sharing memes over? None of it is real. Everything will fade out. What will stay? What will last? How I made you feel. How you made me feel. You want to make people feel freedom, not just to talk about freedom. You are so tired of talking of freedom or hearing talks of freedom. What about freedom? Something about the way you have viewed your ideas and your legacy and your vision is breaking down. You realize that some of it haven't been liberating you, rather limiting you. And I feel like you no longer want to be an idea that is blown in the winds of change. You wanted to set roots here in this reality. You want it to be a tree that generations can climb and play underneath 200 years from now. You don't want the false philosophy that people yatter just to sound smart. Elon Musk said recently on Twitter, "Who owns memes owns the universe." You can literally sketch something nice, put numbers next to it, whatever you want. You can make shit up. And you post it on social media, and then it spreads like fire. And it has no grasp in anything, really. But it sounds so clever and will make me sound so smart. Guys, the days of sharing based on captions, too many cards fell, so I'm not going to take them. The days of sharing based on the caption, you can't do that anymore. You read the article. The meme sounds great. Verify. Check. What is your blueprint? What do you leave in the world, and how do you make people feel, and how do you make people think? All that depends. What do you share? What do you say? We're in the pendulum effect when it comes to knowledge. Knowledge used to be very limited for a very selective few, based on status, based on money. Now, it's at the tip of your fingers. All you gotta do is Google, ask, YouTube, whatever. So we're in the other spectrum of it. We are so overflown with information, which is amazing on one hand, right? It's a balancing act. Liberates our minds. It opens everyone up for information. And information, knowledge is power. So power to the people, Aquarius. But mob mentality didn't go anywhere. It just moved to social media. Instead of sticks and stones, be the balancing act of the expansion of the mind and of the intellect and of knowledge and of information. Teach, share, learn, but verify. Research, study, read. It is so tempting to just spill it all out. Cancel culture, it has its positivity, because a lot of corrupt a-holes fall down because of it. Great. But a lot of innocent people are burned at the stakes. Welcome to modern day witch hunt, where if you dare to speak an actual scientific truth that isn't expressed by politicians and by news reporters on mainstream media, then it must not be true, because I didn't hear about it in the news. Watch the news, watch the media, but also read the medical articles and listen to professionals that are not affiliated. Oh, there's a medical research about the benefits of meat written by someone who gets paid by a meat factory? I always check the mofo who wrote the thing. Who pays them? And when you know where the money starts, you know where the agenda starts. And you know where the information starts. Affiliations. And you're listening to me, and you're like, yeah, I don't want this crap. I want this. I want to be real. I want it to last. I want it to be true. Make it true. Don't be tempted by the blind mob who just wants to burn shit because they're scared and worried. I get it. Life is really scary and worrying right now. Yeah. But that's when you need to go quiet within and not lose it and think. Because as a collective right now, Aquarius, and I'm talking about this with you because who else would understand me? Maybe Sagittarius. Taurus. Anyway, sorry. We are now, as a collective, at survival mode, right? The reptile mind is like hyper vigilant. Everything is so freaking scary. So much is happening. So much is collapsing and so much is building. And where am I in all of this? And can I go outside and breathe safely? Or can I write a post without being stoned by comments? Everyone right now is hyper-vigilant. Not vigilant, hyper-vigilant. By fear. Now, this is a time where we can either drown by fear or we can work with the fear. Where will you find yourself, Aqua, or Seeker, anyone who's watching? I know a lot of people watch all my videos and thank you. Will you find yourself in Dolores Cannon's New Earth? My New Earth, I'm with her on that one, so much with her. Or will you find yourself in another sticky, cycling, karmic puke of existence? My God. I made a special karmic shift and liberation project for the 2020s as a decade and for this year especially. It's on tier number 3 on Patreon, all the signs. If you want to have a free taste of it, I did for a few because it's for free on my channel. It's called The Immigrant's Empire. That's how you know what to expect for your own zodiac sign. But I really recommend it. If you don't want to join my Patreon, you can find it on Vimeo separately. But it's a time to release the baggage process, not run away from it. The only way out is in. The only way out of karma is through karma. There's a reason why you have that karma. You sign up for it by actions or by whatever. But we don't need this baggage anymore. The ancient Babylonians, back when there was only one language, thousands of years ago, wanted to reach God. So they build a tower that goes up into the heavens. And God was like, I don't think you mofos are ready yet for this. So, to break the tower down and to prevent them from reaching the sky and to make sure that they remain on Earth going through the process and the journey instead of making shortcuts, He gave us all tons of languages, and then everybody got confused and couldn't work with each other and couldn't cooperate properly because they spoke different languages and they had different thoughts and they didn't understand each other. So it all went down to dust and flames, whatever. It kind of feels like that around you, right, Aqua? But everybody speaks different languages and coming from different mindset and different universes, and you're like, how do I connect the dots? How do I get everyone aligned, speaking the same language? Not from here, not from the language, from here, from the heart. Connect people by emotion, by compassion, and by inspiring them to listen to one another. Truly listen. Not be like this, not really listening to anything, just waiting to say their turn. But by listening. Ooh, Aqua, my Jupiter is really triggered right now, thanks to you. Show me more for Aqua for July. I was never worried about Uranus going into Taurus. I'm Taurus. I jive so much with Aquarius energy. I'm an earth that can swim in electricity. I grew up with nothing but aquas around me. Sorry, I'm trying to stretch. Okay, so show me what's next for Aquarius, please. Ooh, what is it? Death card. Dun dun dun. I'm working with the Universal Golden Tarot. Aren't they cool? Yeah, you're breaking this shit down. You are collapsing something that is not working, and you're building something new that is working. You're like, abort, restart. I don't know what this is. Is it work? Is it love? Is it your own life? Are you realizing what's working, what's not working? Are you having an aha moment of something that has been limiting you for a while? My readings tend to really hit the mark going to the month. Come back here 2-3 weeks ago. And right now you can watch June. There is some destruction happening of something that has been limiting you for a while, Aquarius. I don't know if it's a mindset or an actual tangible reality that you've been limited by. Could be a work situation, a collaboration that is just not working for you. Could be a relationship, yes. Could be a situationship that you've been stuck in for like God knows how long. 7 of Wands. It will require focus and determination, but you're really on the roll. You're like climbing that mountain, and you're like, you're either with me or you're without me, mofos. I lead by example. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. It's useless. You don't understand my language. What's the point of arguing? I'm just gonna tell you how I feel, and you either connect with me because you're my tribe, or you don't. Show me more, please, for Aquarius for July. God, I love you guys. You think you should be scared of Scorpios that sit in the corner and stare at you? No, you ought to be scared of an Aquarius that sits in the corner and stares at you, listening to every word you say, but not saying much. Ooh. You guys are tough. In a wonderful way. All the Aquarians I know are extremely brave without really saying much. You just do the thing. You come into a situation and they look at it, it's like, well, what's the worst that can happen? For an Aquarius, it's like, well, what's the worst that will happen? I'll die and become an alien? Cool. Sorry, I went to the stereotype. But you know what I mean? It's like, what's the worst that can happen? I'll learn from the experience. It will be very interesting. You don't care what people think. You care about how people feel. You care about how people feel. You care about them. But you don't care about what they think. That's amazing. These guys are badass. It's badass. Okay, come on, they're gonna think I'm kissing their ass. Show me more, please, for Aqua, from the cards, for July. What do they need to know? What's going on here? Five of Wands. There's a battle of some sort. There's a conflict that you need to kind of pave the pavement, set the route straight. People are just in their own ass, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling you guys. I'm feeling the headache. I'm so sorry. Are you already feeling it right now? Is it current energy? Is it past energy? Ace of Swords. You got this. You're going to come with a very decisive decision, idea, declaration. And it's just going to cut through the air, cut through the drama. It's going to be so precise that it won't be possible not to listen to it. It's like some people are arguing in the room, and then you say your words and they echo and they're accurate and they clear, and it's like the room goes silence and they're like, and that's it. That's that. I'm feeling, before the cards even show me, I'm feeling things will pick up from there. Show me more after this Ace of Swords for Aquarius for July, please. Two of Swords. It actually dropped in the reverse. I'm going to honor it. You saw it. Ace of Swords and Two of Swords in the reverse. And we had Eight of Swords. It's cutting through the blindfold. It's not being indifferent anymore. Listening, watching it all happen. It's stepping in. It's doing it first and foremost for yourself. Ace of Pentacles, wonderful. Brand new start. Starting over, clearing the gunk, doing it right, do it in a way that will last, that won't be phased out in the wind. Let's think what is practical, what will remain. Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. This is a possible financial offer. It's a reading about work, but it can be love. So you can take everything I say and apply it to your relationship or to your family life. Either way, the extended focuses on you and your person of interest. It talks about love. It's called a double pentagram, and I look deeper into what is going on, the interaction between the two of you, what every single one, what you and them are going through, and then where it's potentially leading towards in July. So, link below. It's on Patreon and on Vimeo. But show me more. This is like, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that is real. You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to feel like shit. You don't want to argue. You want something real. You want something tangible. You want something accurate. And you're just making the decision. You're like, I'm done with this. I'm done with arguing. I'm done with non-committal. I'm done with BS. I'm done with the ego. This is what I want. I'm not lying to myself anymore about what I want. This is a very important note. You can't get to what you want unless you admit to yourself what you want. You got to be able to admit to yourself what you want. You want money? Go for the money. You want commitment? Go for the commitment. If you're stuck in a mindset that tells itself, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, I'm okay with this. Are you? Okay. Los cartas no mientas. The cards don't lie. What is this Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles for Aquarius? Where's this going? Ten of Pentacles. No, I'm done. You started with Three of Pentacles and you're now finishing with Ten of Pentacles. Amazing. Craftsmanship. Mastering. Manifestation at its finest. You're going from lack of cooperation, confusion, everyone is everywhere, to leading them, yourself, your family, your partner, the organization, the new job, the whatever, to cooperation, connection, stability, legacy. And I mean, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, bring me the money. This is money. You built something really, really well. You crafted something super accurate. You made an offer that is perfect. And that will last for a very long time. This is an investment that will bring in long-lasting reward. I feel like some of you are going from having like financial highs and lows to being like, I'm so fed up with this. I want the passive income. You're like building yourself something that will generate more and more and more and more and more. Good for you. This is also family life. This could be a marriage proposal. One more card and then we'll do Animal Spirit. For Aquarius. Microphone dropped. The Magician. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 10 is 1. Knight of Pentacles is an Ace of Pentacles in potential. Gotta make it happen. Gotta move it. You are creating something big. You're making the impossible possible. This is a very powerful reading. I'm dealing with powerful Aquarius out there that are watching me. If you don't resonate with this, maybe this will apply to you a few months from now. Maybe it's to inspire you to connect to this energy, or maybe just watch your other placements. It's okay. But the Magician gathers all the elements, all the skills, all the crafts, and make magic out of it. It's the alchemy. Just the right thing. And speaking of, it's Mercury, Hermes, messenger of gods, communication, language, verbal skill, leader, knowing what to say, how to say, when to say, accurate. Remember the story of Babylon and the languages? This is where you take all the languages and create one. The language of math, the universal language, or the language of love, the universal language. Numbers and love. The fabric of life. You get the equation. The equation clicks mid-month after Mercury goes direct. 100%. I feel like Mercury retrograding in Cancer is all this mess of like going back to the foundations, seeing what is not working, what is not jiving, what doesn't make sense, and just aligning everything. And from July 12 and on, you're on a roll. Let's do Animal Spirit. I will continue this love-wise in the extended. Oh my gosh, guys, yours truly is nominated to be on the cover of Maxim magazine. It's a global magazine, a men's luxury magazine. Let's bring all the men that like to look at us over here to listen to us. Let's bring forth the divine feminine aspect, stream of it. I don't claim to be at all. No, of course not. You and I, we are her. Men included. We all have the yin and yang. But let's bring forth that type of leadership. Not red, not blue, purple. Let's vote purple. Let's vote Druidess. I need you guys. Link is below. You vote once a day, every day, for free. It asks you to connect to Facebook just to make sure you're a person and not a robot. It's to prevent fraud. It doesn't spam you and all that jazz. All good. And then we're doing this together. You guys, this is the quarterfinals. This is huge. And you did this. I can't do this without you. I couldn't have. July 6th through July 16th, including those, are 11 days where we go all in. We cannot miss a day. I don't miss a month. I follow through. I'm here every month. 14 videos a month. For what, like 2.5 years now? If you want to reciprocate, it will mean the world for me. It's the simplest thing. One click of a button, and it will be so meaningful for me. It's already so meaningful for me. You guys have been so amazing and supportive, and thank you. And we also got rid of gunky people who are energy leeches who just want to come here and learn information for absolute free. Like, I've drowned in the books and in the darkness and the occultism. I've studied, I've taken the classes, I've walked the underworld. I did the research on my own skin. How do I know these things? It's just, yeah, it comes to me, but I also reach for it. I meet it halfway. I've done so my entire life. I give my blood, sweat, and tears for this, for the existential shift. And people out there are like, I just want to masturbate in front of the screen and just not give anything in return. It's not like I've asked for it. Press the button, it's free, it's easy. I'm happy for those who left because of that. Self-righteous people who think spirituality is just me self-sacrificing myself and being a doormat. I teach my secret by example. To succeed, to prosper, to win. No, not at the expense of anyone else. You don't have to run over anyone to win. You can just be really, really fast and great and take others with you. Okay? Let's build a tent on a mountain, stare at the stars, and be winners. Why not? It's fun. It's great. Yay. If I've inspired you, if I have taught you, if I've entertained you, just today or for years, I don't know. This will be an amazing way to show me that I did so. Thank you. Thank you. Don't get me wrong, the grand majority of you has been so responsive and amazing. Thank you. I'm like overwhelmed. We can do this. If you're watching this after July 16th, if the link is still below, it's still relevant because after that there is the semifinals from July 20th to July 30th. So let's practice the muscle of manifestation and of greatness and do one small act every day to show the universe who we want to put out there. We want us to be out there. We want the existential shift to be out there. I'm waiting for the cards. Animal Spirit for my Aquarian seekers. Amazing, beautiful Aqua seekers, please, for the month of July. Gazelle. And oyster. Wow, it's been so long since I've seen oyster. This is a pearl in the making. Do you know how pearls are made? A grain of sand manages to somehow infiltrate the oyster. And then it's considered like an infiltrator, right? Like an enemy. So the oyster starts putting pressure on it. It creates substance that attacks it. And then there's so much pressure on this grain of sand, it turns into a pearl. It gets wrapped around that material that the oyster creates and forms. And if you know more and you can explain more about this process, please feel free to comment. And then the pearl is created. It's kind of like, the immune system. The way you strengthen yourself and become really strong is by experiencing life. When it comes to the spirit, experiencing life, living. And when it comes to the body, breathing, nature, life. How do you become stronger? By lifting weight. How do you become smarter? By solving riddles. It's just the ebbs and flows, the hermetic laws of yin and yang, of cause and effect. Can't escape life. Not in this dimension anyway. Anyway, so a pearl is almost ready. I'm feeling like an initiation type of energy. Like something really beautiful. You are being made into your most glorious self. You start as like a grain of sand, entering the oyster, the cooking pressure, the pressure cooking, whatever, of life, of a situation, of a challenge, and you're going to come out at the other end of it, a diamond, a pearl, your best polished self, and present. There's an idea that is being made, that is worked on, and it's almost at the final stages. It's being polished. All the pressure is already to halfway through July, say, but then it's like it's ready. The sword is forged. The pearl is made. It's ready to be presented to the world. Something is being prepared to be presented into the world. And it takes a lot of strength to be gentle, to be kind, to be soft. Strength of self-control and self-knowing, and knowing how to breathe, and knowing what to say, when to say, choosing your battles. It comes from experience, and it comes with wisdom. People who look the quietest and the calmest, I always spot them in the crowd because I'm like, they know themselves. They don't have the need to shout themselves because they know themselves. This is energy Aquarius. Either you or something you're working on that is being prepared to be presented into the world as something really powerful and really unique that you've built, and I'm proud of you. This feels fantastic. Thank you for choosing my platform to listen. I'm honored of the type of Aquarians that are here. If you choose to, I will see you in a second in the extended. If not, in other videos, all good. I love you anyway. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, press the bell button, and confirm notifications from YouTube so you can receive notifications. During July, I will do a lot of extra bonus content because we are competing, and I want to encourage you and be grateful to you as reminders of daily votes. So speaking of, be sure to vote for us to be on the cover, link below. And that's it. I'll see you in a second in the extended, hopefully. I love you guys. Stay magic, stay true. Love you.